Are you trying to learn scansion, but people keep telling you to just hear the stress of dee-dum, 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 and you still can't? Then this video is for you. Hey there. So today we are going to be looking at the difference between a stressed and unstressed syllable when you are scanning poetry, and in particular Shakespeare. When I started studying Shakespeare, I was really frustrated that I couldn't hear the syllables and that I couldn't hear the meter. All of the videos I watched and the people who I was around were just like, well, you can hear it, right? Be-dum, de-dum, de-dum, de-dum.
Like this rhythm, de-dum, 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 de-dum.
And I couldn't. And so it was a big struggle for me in the beginning because I really didn't understand how to just basically find stressed and unstressed syllables. So today I'm going to give you some shortcuts and we will tackle that. So first things first, what is stressed and unstressed? Very simply, it is the emphasis that you put on a word. So for example, the word window. The emphasis is on the first syllable because it's window. And so the first stress is window because the other option would be window. And I don't say it that way. And majority of people don't say it that way. So the stress would fall on window, the first syllable. So how do you even find the syllables right? Okay, let's get there. Let's figure that out. The easiest way to find all of the syllables in a word is to find all of the vowel sounds in that word. So looking again at the word window, the vowel sounds in that word are I, O, right? Because W-I-N-D-O, right? I-O. So because it has two vowel sounds in it, window, that's an easy way for us to realize that there are two syllables, window. And then, based off of those syllables, you can just play back and forth, right? Window or window. Makes more sense to say window. So in this way, you can kind of break down words and kind of work backwards and decipher what you're looking for. Okay, so not to throw a wrench in this, but there's already a problem. Depending on your dialect and where you're from, you may say words with a different emphasis. So, for example, I spent most of my childhood in Georgia, but most of my family is from New York and I was kind of surrounded by that culture. So I have been exposed and I have a lot of different dialects that come out depending on who I'm talking to. So in Georgia, you don't say umbrella, you say umbrella. So which one's right? It depends on where you are and who you are as a human. Another example, in Georgia, I would say insurance. I wouldn't say insurance, I would say insurance. And that's just my regional dialect, right? And so which one's right? So you see how this can get really messy really fast? Yeah. A lot of people say that it's straightforward and it's clean cut, and it's not. It's just not. You're trying to put rhythm and meter on spoken words, on language, and language is a living, breathing thing. We are constantly changing what words mean. We're constantly changing how they're pronounced. We're constantly changing dialects depending on where we are in the world or where we've moved to. So to put a rhythm and a meter on spoken text is like dicey to begin with, right? So please take that into account when you're sitting down to scan a poem. And what's helpful if you're trying to decipher what that writer intended is to, one, think about where they're from, and two, the biggest, easiest thing is what did they intend? What meter did they intend to write in? So, for Shakespeare, super easy. We know that it's in iambic pentameter. Okay, so what is iambic pentameter? Iambic pentameter is a line of 10 syllables. Those 10 syllables are divided up into couples of 2. And each couple is unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed. So I am meaning 2 syllables, and there's 5 of those couples. So just remember that there are 5 couples sitting at a table. Each couple, one is stressed out, one is very calm, right? One is loud, one is soft, whatever you want to think of it. So this is the pattern that we see in Shakespeare, which is why people say de-dum, 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 de-dum. Because it's unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed, right? Even though I'm saying that in a different way. So let's take a look at a text. So we're going to take a look very quickly at Sonnet 55. My biggest tip is to do what I'm doing and sit and say it out loud to yourself. Because when you say it out loud, then you can actually be like, oh, that's right, no, that's wrong. Really helpful. Okay, so Sonnet 55. So I've got my handy dandy hand, and we're gonna count the syllables. We're gonna count the couples, right? Because there's 5 couples sitting in a line. Okay, so not marble nor the gilded monuments. That's what we call a regular line because it fits the structure. Of princes shall outlive this powerful rhyme. Tricky. Now, Riverside, which is why I like Riverside, has done an elision, meaning it's kind of taken the word powerful and squished it together. You could say powerful with 3 syllables. You could. Because there are 3 vowel sounds, ow, ol, right? But to make it fit into a regular iambic pentameter line, Riverside's already kind of done a little doot-doot for me and smushed it together. So, of princes shall outlive this powerful rhyme. Did you hear how I kind of swallowed that? Next line, but you shall shine more bright in these contents. Uh-oh, right? So, at first we look up to see if this is a word that has a different meaning. Reading the footnotes, these contents is what is contained in these sonnets. So I would say contents, the contents of these sonnets. But to fit the line, but you shall shine more bright in these contents. Because if we would say, but you shall shine more bright in these contents. So do you hear how there's like a kind of moment? And this is where you get to decide, right? Am I going to say it with clarity so that my audience can hear contents? Or will they kind of get it and I want to save the line and contents is fine? It's subjective. Then unswept stone besmeared with sluttish time. Oh boy, sluttish. When wasteful war shall statues overturn, and broils root out the work of masonry, nor Mars his sword, nor war's quick fire shall burn. My Georgia almost came out there. So, sometimes fire, which would make it kind of longer or more stressed. Nor Mars his sword, nor war's quick fire shall burn. So I have a little bit of trouble there because sometimes I want to make that a bit longer, and it needs to be quick. The living record of your memory, gainst death and all oblivious enmity, shall you pace forth, your praise shall still find room. Here we go. Even in the eyes of all posterity, even. So Riverside didn't help me out this time. And it's just even in the eyes. Even, we can elide that, we can smush it together to be even in the eyes of all posterity. So again, I know that Shakespeare wants this to be in iambic pentameter, and that's what he's meaning to do. Now, he breaks his rules all the time. So sometimes it's helpful to kind of make it fit. Other times you need to read between the lines and see that he's showing you something. He tells a story in how he breaks the verse. So that's something that we have to be aware of. Now, in his earlier plays, he does that less often. So Comedy of Errors, man, that thing is clean. Like, it is in easy, regular iambic pentameter. Like all of his plays are, but when we get to like Tempest or Winter's Tale and we're looking at verse, you're like, what are you doing? What are you doing, William? But this is a sonnet. This is pretty straightforward. So I'm going to elide it even in the eyes of all posterity. So till the judgment that yourself arise, you live in this and dwell in lover's eyes. And we end with a really sweet couplet. So that's a pretty great example of kind of how we will try and make the verse fit, but also in that moment when we looked at contents, we kind of had to step back and be like, but would I, as a modern human being, say contents or contents? And that's where the decision kind of falls on the director or the actor when it comes to Shakespeare. And you kind of have to make that call. Is it clarity, or are we tied to making it fit? 9 times out of 10, I prefer clarity over making it fit. It's more important that the audience understand me than for it to be perfect. So with that, I hope you've enjoyed this video and have a little bit better of a grasp on how to approach scansion and finding those stressed and unstressed syllables. And I hope you now have a few more tools to make your own artistic choices in scansion. Always remember, scansion is an art. It is not a science. If somebody is telling you a science, fight for your artistic vision. Okay? If you've liked this video, please give the kitten in the corner some scritches and subscribe. We basically sit around and nerd out about Shakespeare. Thanks so much, and see you very soon.